You're watching HCC News with Johnny Harvey, Sonia Norris, and Nick Wall with sports.
Hello and welcome to another edition of HCC News. I'm Sonia Norris.
And I'm Johnny Harvey, and here's what we have this week in the news. Well-known journalist Cokie Roberts was in Hutchinson this Thursday to speak at the Dylan Lecture Series. Roberts has more than 40 years experience in broadcast journalism, has won 3 Emmys, and is a member of the Broadcast and Cable Hall of Fame. She is also a best-selling author. Cokie spoke at the sports arena about her experiences.
I'm really thrilled to be in Kansas. I have gotten to know various Kansas politicians over the years and liked most of them. Really the first question I get all the time is this the worst it's ever been? Is this the most partisan time in our history? And the answer to that question is happily no. We have had worse times. I write history books, as you heard from that nice introduction from Kevin. I've written about the founding period extensively. And of course, at that time, politicians called each other out on the floor of the House of Representatives and went out and shot each other. So we're not doing that. That's an improvement. Generally, it's independents who decide elections. And so the candidates are always doing this sort of back and forth, where one day they're trying to make the base happy, and the next day they're saying something to make independents happy. And it has the effect, as I say, of driving people even further from the politicians because they don't believe them, because they're saying these different things on different days. And I think that the far more serious problem that this results in is not just that it's driving people away from parties and from politicians. It's driving them away from trust in government or in any other institution. All the private associations that do so much good work around the community and around the country, and all these wonderful students, many of whom volunteer in those organizations. That's what America is. And that's what our politicians should be reflecting. And if they're not reflecting it, in the end, it's our fault. Because we have to say to them, we want America to look like Hutchinson, Kansas, where people are coming together and working for the common good. So with that thought, I want to say thank you for having me. It's been delightful to be here. Thank you.
Countryside Lanes Bowling Alley in Hutchinson has been for sale for some time. They now have a buyer, Cross Point Church, which plans to turn the building into a new worship facility. This news has left many in the community disappointed. HCC has offered bowling classes for over 40 years. We spoke to Coach Pat Becker to find out how this will affect the classes here.
I don't think we're going to be able to offer them anymore. I don't think we have any options. The closest bowling alley would be Newton or McPherson, and so I don't believe that we'll be able to do that. Well, I know a little more maybe than I should have that it was coming. I knew that they had one offer, or they were getting ready to have one offer on the table, and so I wasn't totally surprised, but I'm very disappointed. There's a lot of different types of bowlers here in the community. You have all your league bowlers, of course, but then you have the special populations that bowl out there regular. You have the retired members that bowl out there regular. You have your Hutch High and your Bueller bowling teams. You have a very large youth bowling. And then the extreme bowling is very busy on Friday, Saturday, Sundays. So I think there's going to be a huge disappointment in the community.
The bowling alley owner says he will remain open until the sale is complete. Bueller's bowling team will most likely be making the trip to McPherson, while the Hutch High team isn't sure yet what they will do.
You may have noticed a large drilling ring on campus this week. A closed-loop geothermal system was being installed to be used in the instruction of heating, ventilation, AC, and refrigeration in renewable energy technology. The drilling took place adjacent to the Industrial Technology Center. The project is the first in a series of 3, which will provide lab settings in renewable technology at education at HCC. The other projects will include the installation of solar panels and wind turbine energy simulators at Hutchinson Center in Technology Education Academy. The additional installations are scheduled to be completed in November and December. The project is being funded by a state energy sector partnership training grant from the Kansas Department of Commerce.
IMAX filmmaker and storm chaser Sean Casey will be at the Cosmosphere this Friday and Saturday as part of a series of meteorology-related events. Fans will be able to meet Casey, star of the Discovery Channel series Storm Chasers, and producer of the IMAX film Tornado Alley and his crew, and have the chance to enter a raffle for a ride in his Tornado Intercept vehicle. Weather-related services and demonstrations provided by the American Red Cross Emergency Management, KSN TV, KWCH, and others will also be at the Cosmosphere. For a full schedule of the activities, go to cosmo.org.
There is good news for Kansas students. According to the 2011 National Assessment of Education Progress Test, Kansas students have posted strong gains in math and reading since 2003. State Education Commissioner Diana DeBacher said the state's performance on the national exams indicate Kansas schools are improving in their abilities to provide a breadth of knowledge to students and not just teaching to state standards. State officials reference 2003 figures as a benchmark because that's when Kansas adopted new curriculum standards and was the first year the state had 100% participation from schools.
After an uproar from customers of Bank of America, they decided to scrap plans to charge a $5 monthly fee for making debit card purchases. The abrupt move by the banking giant came as thousands in protest canceled their accounts. The outcry had already prompted competitors JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, SunTrust Banks, and Regions Financial to cancel their test of similar anti-consumer debit card fees last week. In a statement from Bank of America, the decision was based on customer feedback.
A bipartisan bill introduced last week in the House of Representatives would make a fundamental change to the Internet law, shifting liability of copyright privacy from the infringer to the host site. It would chip away at critical safeguards that have shaped the Internet as we know it today. And many worry that it make it more difficult for the next YouTube, Facebook, or Craigslist to emerge and succeed. The Stop Online Privacy Act was primarily created and backed by the Motion Picture and Recording Industry Association of America, and is the first counterpart to the Senate's pending Project IP Act, which already have rights groups, academics, and many online businesses up in arms.
It's that time of the year again to turn back your clocks. Daylight savings times ends at 2 a.m. on Sunday. The change is a way of getting more light out of the day by advancing clocks 1 hour during the summer, thus saving electricity. Not all U.S. states and territories observe it. Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Guam, the Virgin Islands, and most of Arizona do not. Many fire departments encourage using the biannual switch as a reminder to change batteries in your smoke detectors. So Johnny, it'll feel like we're getting an extra hour of sleep on Sunday.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm just going to sleep and maybe sleep some more.
And sleep.
Yes.
We do.
Stay with us. When we come back, Nick is here with a look at sports, and we'll introduce you to Steve Traylor, the news jazz instructor at HCC, in this week's Spotlight segment.
And welcome back to HCC News for Sports. I'm Nick Wall. HCC volleyball sophomores Jordan Ream and Cassie Wiley graced the court at the sports arena one final time Tuesday night. The duo combined for 16 kills to power the Dragons to a 3-set win over Dodge City in the opening round match of the Region 6 playoffs. HCC took care of business, outscoring the Conquistadors 25-14, 25-11, 27-25. Once again, the Lady Dragons had a very balanced attack, with freshman setter Haley Young posting 33 assists. Freshman Jade Nelson had 7 kills and 2 blocks, while freshman libero Paige Forrester had a match-high 17 digs. The Lady Dragons are set to travel to Newman University in Wichita and will take on top-seeded Barton County Saturday in a noonday Region 6 semifinal match. The Blue Dragons women's cross-country team made strides at the Region 6 cross-country championships at the Buffalo Dunes Golf Course in Garden City on Halloween Day. Freshman Maria Fernandez led the way, finishing with a time of 21 minutes and 6 seconds, which was good for 16th place overall and 7th place among Jayhawk Conference competitors. Fine showings by the rest of the squad helped HCC earn a finish of 2nd place among lead members. And on the men's side, HCC notched a 6th place region finish and 4th place among Jayhawk League members, despite an ailing Isaac Williams. Freshman Austin Leteau was HCC's top finisher. Leteau placed 29th overall in the region and 18th in the Jayhawk West with a time of 28:18.20. And the Blue Dragons finished with a total of 184 team points in the regional results. Garden City captured the regional team title with 52 points. Johnson County was 2nd, Colby was 3rd, and Butler was 4th, and Allen was 5th. The Dragons scored 117 points in the Jayhawk West standings, finishing behind National Powers, Garden City, Colby, and Butler. And to the soccer pitch, head coach Sammy Lane's HCC Dragon soccer team has done it again, taking out arch rivals Johnson County and then the number 10 Butler Grizzlies en route to the program's 3rd Region 6 championship last Sunday in Topeka. The Lady Dragons erased a 2-1 halftime deficit to JoCo in the semifinals on the way to the 3-2 win. In the finals against their arch nemesis Butler, HCC mustered only 1 goal, but that was all they would need in a classic 1-0 victory to earn their 2nd Region 6 title in as many years, and it was an incredible goal. With just about 3 minutes into the second half, HCC worked the ball upfield after a goal kick. Sophomore Randall Holmes played a pass into the penalty box instinctively. Melissa Hetherington jumped up and nearly completely horizontally struck the ball toward the goal. The shot nestled perfectly over the Butler goalkeeper and under the crossbar into the upper left-hand corner of the goal to give the Dragons a 1-0 lead, and that would hold for the rest of the games. And not only are the Lady Dragons winning on the field, they are taking at home major awards as well. Sammy Lane has been named the Jayhawk Conference Coach of the Year, while Alicia Robinson and Becca Ramstack were named Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, respectively. Robinson also won the award last season. And the Hutchinson football team took a long trip to Coffeyville Saturday on the 29th to face the then number 17 Red Ravens in a battle that will be replayed Sunday, November 6th. At stake was home field advantage for the Region 6 playoff rematch. And through 3 quarters, it looked as though HCC might be taking a return trip to Seaville as they trailed 14-6 midway through the 3rd quarter of the tough physical game. Then the Dragons turned it on. Freshman Jatavius Stewart, who had earlier muffed a punt, got some nice blocks and took this kick back 66 yards all the way for the score. You see him racing down the sideline, and an Elliott Alford to Miguel Johns pass tied the game at 14 on the 2-point conversion with 5:22 left in the 3rd. Then after a Coffeyville field goal made it 17-14, Ravens Alford hooked up with Stewart for this 47-yard touchdown strike, and Hutch was up 21-17, and they would continue to pile on. Running back Trail Lane took this took this handoff 85 yards for the TD, and it is now 28-17 Blue Dragons. Then on the first play of the next HCC possession, Cordero Patterson took this Wildcat snap 62 yards and outrunning the entire Raven defense, putting Hutch up 35-17. And defensive leader Tim Edmonds picked off this fourth quarter pass to set up HCC's final score of the night. And it was this 9-yard run here by Lane again, and Hutch rolls to a 42-17 victory. And the Dragons will be back home to face these same Red Ravens Sunday, November 6th in a Region 6 playoff semifinal match. The winner will likely get a rematch with number 5 Butler next week. And that's all I have for sports. Now back over to Sonia.
Thanks, Nick. In this week's Spotlight on HCC, we meet Steve Traylor, the new director of jazz at Hutchinson Community College.
I was at Central Wyoming College, which is in Riverton, Wyoming, smack dab in the middle of the state. Yes, I did perform and that type of thing, but there wasn't as many opportunities. A lot of times I had to drive back to Denver. I've performed in every venue possible in Denver. Bronco Stadium, the Mile High Stadium, the Pepsi Center, Denver Center for the Performing Arts, Arvada Center, Central City Opera, Colorado Symphony, just a bunch of places. And for a lot of people, Bob Hope, Mel Torme, Harry Connick. So I'm here, I'm closer to family. It's a position I know that has a strong tradition, and being located close to Wichita, I hope to be performing much more again, which right off the bat I am. I teach intro to jazz / jazz history, jazz big bands, jazz combo, music appreciation, and lots of lessons. I do have a concert November 17th, starts at 7:30, and it'll feature the jazz combo, the jazz big band, and then also Fat City Mardi Gras band. I can say it's great to be in Hutchinson.
So what do you guys think about this interesting weather?
I'm ready for it. I got all my snow boots pulled out. You know, you see me with my little scarf on today.
Fall isn't cold. Fall isn't long enough. Winter's too long, and it's too cold. I don't like jackets that much.
I am right with you. I mean, snow is like mottos. Like, they're good to look at, but they have no substance.
Oh, come on. It's a chance to dress up. Come on, embrace it.
No.
It's
no.
Kansas.
I'll be thinking about summer the whole entire time. Well, that's all we have for this week. I hope you join us next time. For HCC News, I'm Johnny Harvey.
I'm Sonia Norris.
And I'm Nick Wall. Have a great week.
HCC News is a production of the Broadcast and Media Technology program of Hutchinson Community College. For more information on the program or to submit your story ideas, please call 665-3433.
I was at Central Wyoming College, which is in Riverton, Wyoming, smack dab in the middle of the state. Yes, I did perform and that type of thing, but there wasn't as many opportunities. A lot of times I had to drive back to Denver. I've performed in every venue possible in Denver. Bronco Stadium, the Mile High Stadium, the Pepsi Center, Denver Center for the Performing Arts, Arvada Center, Central City Opera, Colorado Symphony, just a bunch of places. And for a lot of people, Bob Hope, Mel Torme, Harry Connick. So I'm here, I'm closer to family. It's a position I know that has a strong tradition, and being located close to Wichita, I hope to be performing much more again, which right off the bat I am. I teach intro to jazz / jazz history, jazz big bands, jazz combo, music appreciation, and lots of lessons. I do have a concert November 17th, starts at 7:30, and it'll feature the jazz combo, the jazz big band, and then also Fat City Mardi Gras band. I can say it's great to be in Hutchinson.
If you're looking for an exciting career but don't know where to start, look no further than the Broadcast and Media Technology program at Hutchinson Community College. Housed in a former television studio, Building 12 is just a few blocks north of our beautiful main campus. Inside, you'll find classrooms utilizing the latest technology. Get real-world experience producing weekly programming for our local cable channel. With classes from radio production, video editing, broadcast news, videography, reporting to script writing, there's truly something for everyone. So whether you're interested in being in front of the camera or behind the scenes, the Broadcast and Media Technology program at Hutchinson Community College is ready to give you a head start towards an exciting career. For more information, please call 620-665-3433 or visit us on the web at hcc.edu.
I was at Central Wyoming College, which is in Riverton, Wyoming, smack dab in the middle of the state. Yes, I did perform and that type of thing, but there wasn't as many opportunities. A lot of times I had to drive back to Denver. I've performed in every venue possible in Denver. Bronco Stadium, the Mile High Stadium, the Pepsi Center, Denver Center for the Performing Arts, Arvada Center, Central City Opera, Colorado Symphony, just a bunch of places. And for a lot of people, Bob Hope, Mel Torme, Harry Connick. So I'm here, I'm closer to family. It's a position I know that has a strong tradition, and being located close to Wichita, I hope to be performing much more again, which right off the bat I am. I teach intro to jazz / jazz history, jazz big bands, jazz combo, music appreciation, and lots of lessons. I do have a concert November 17th, starts at 7:30, and it'll feature the jazz combo, the jazz big band, and then also Fat City Mardi Gras band. I can say it's great to be in Hutchinson.